Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 23 of your Florida Panthers franchise mode. And today is a big time episode as we are making a huge playoff push with your Florida Panthers. As you guys can see, we are first place in the division, and overall we're doing pretty good in the league as well. And as you guys also see, we're having an explosive year out of a lot of our forwards this year. Patrick Laine, Gaudreau, Kirby Dach is having a year. Leon Draisaitl is having a great year with the Florida Panthers in his first year with us. We are seeing a lot of players really stepping up this year and really becoming big names on the team. And Ryder Davies as well. He's doing very good on his rookie year, and we're seeing some good hockey also out of Jalen Pierce, who has been one of our big offensive defensemen, and he's really taken a step up from what he has done in the past years. So we're really seeing a big step up, and Eric Davies, he's really taken a big jump from what he was starting at the start of the year. In his first year, he had a 901, 324. He really took that jump up this year, a 911, a 2.87 goals against average. He's really being one of the big goaltenders for the Florida Panthers right now, and he's being our big all-star that we need him to be. So right now, we're going to get up the trade deadline, and we're going to check the trade block, see what's out there for a trade that we could possibly do to make the Florida Panthers better, because we need to keep playing good hockey. But with that, we need to make some changes with the squad as well, as we're not the most perfect squad in the world. I think there's still room to improve, and maybe a little bit of depth maybe is an area that we need to improve on. Jonathan Ang. So, how's everyone doing? How's you guys' day? Mine's day is fucking busy as shit as I'm getting ready for college, so I'm practically pre-making a shit ton of videos today. Going on the grind and making a bunch of videos for the next couple days so I can have it all set up for when I do head off to college, and have a bunch of pre-made videos all the way until Sunday, and then from there you guys probably won't see very much content for a little while, for a little bit. So you guys will have to deal with just the amount of content that you guys are going to get up right now. But it's been crazy busy. I'm happy that I'm able to do. Oh, no. Patrick Laine out with a fractured ankle out until March 2nd. So that really hinders us right there, man. That hinders us hard. So I think Brent Leeson, he'll play there, and then Jonathan Ang will play there. So Kirby Dach is going to have to play alongside of Nuge. They're not really goal scorers, though. I think we need that goal scorer in Ty Ratty to play there, and then Brett Leeson can go. Actually, Donskoy can go there, and then Leeson there. Man, that sucks. That really does hinder us big time. We lost a big time goal scorer out on a big time player that we absolutely love playing, and he's out with a big time injury. So, and he's been our leading goal scorer without a doubt. He's been our top man on the fucking team, and now he's out with an injury. That really hurts the Florida Panthers big time right now. So we just need to get everything organized. We'll just throw Ratty on each and every line, and then we'll just organize it later. Where Eric Davies, oh man, that sucks. How well was Patrick Laine doing from the last time we seen him? 6 points, man. He was ripping things up. 56 points. He's like 10 points above a point per game. He's ripping it up for the Florida Panthers. But right now we need to kind of just get back into the groove of things and just keep winning games. Even though we just lost our big boy in Ty Ratty, we need to keep playing consistent good hockey right now. We could possibly make a push for a good playoff position this year. I really do believe that we have that chance. We have that type of team to really push towards a playoff position right now. Jacques Buden. Who else do we got to throw in the lineup? I feel like we got a couple people. Aiden Tonelli we could throw in. And then I feel like we have somebody else here, do we? No. And then right wingers, we can add a right winger, Hoff, Dunham, and Sanders. None of those guys are developing anyways. And then defensively, I don't think we really have anyone. Yeah, no one defensively. Practically, we're not worrying about anyone, surprisingly enough. Our prospects are mostly up on the main squad, but we're winning a lot. We're sort of not doing very good this month. We struggled a little bit this month to get some wins. But I mean, what else can you do here right now with the losing out and a big player like your Patrick Laine, who's been your leading goal scorer for the past couple months. He's been that big player for the team, so you miss out on him. You really miss out on a real leader for the team. That's not really anything for us. I think we really need to go all out this upcoming draft or this upcoming trade deadline to really make a team a big dent in the NHL right now. Big win against the Boston Bruins. Because honestly, we're looking like a good team, but I think we need to make our team just a little bit better, a little bit more goals, or a little bit more defending power on the team. I think that's what we're really gonna have to focus on this upcoming. There we go. There's some big wins, 3 in a row, 2 in a row right there, but 3-2. Philip Horanek, how well is he? I mean, that's can't be that much if it's just Pete. Yeah, no, he's nothing too special. He's not gonna develop at all. But we're 32, 18, and 5 after kind of a semi-good month in January. And we're 500 right now coming into February. And another injury strikes the team as Johnny Gaudreau is out with an injury as well, man. The injuries, it's hitting us hard here at the end of this month, man. It's non-stop pounding of injuries that we're seeing for the Florida Panthers right now. Patrick Laine now losing Johnny Gaudreau, but we're still winning games. We're still able to grind out some big dubs. Dylan Dubé, how much, what is he? A third liner, he was struggling big time. Has he done good in the other years? 37 points, that's not bad. And he's a good third line centerman who, well, how well is he defensively is the question. He's meh, but he has done pretty good in the past years. And Buden, I mean, we're waiting to make some other big moves right now. I feel like doing a trade like that, we're going to hurt our chances to go and pick up other players. So I think, Dubé, we're just going to pass on you, buddy. We won't worry. We're going to worry about picking up a second liner because Ryder Davies and shit like that's a third liner. So I don't know. I guess we could trade away Ty Ratty. I think that might be the case that we're going to do is trade away Ty Ratty in a deal. Get rid of him, and then Ryder Davies could probably go down on the second line. And here we are, trade deadline as we're 35, 21, and 6. And we are still first place in the division. Johnny Gaudreau, 66 points in 57 games. He's taken over that first place position. The best player on our team. I mean, we pay him $12 million for a reason to be that first line stud. And he is really being that first line stud for us this year. And how well that second line is really taken a hit with Ty Ratty being there and not having Patrick Laine back in the lineup, as he is a healthy scratch now, so we could throw him right back in there anyways, so that's the good thing. But I feel like we definitely do need to make a move, and that is, I think, a fractured ankle. I think we're going to take a cautious turn with that Patrick Laine here. He had a fractured ankle. At a fractured ankle. I think we wait on him for right now, and we just play it out and see how long he'll take to recover. Team leaders, let's take a look at all the stats and stuff like that for the Florida Panthers for this upcoming season. How well we've been doing. Second in points per game. We are one of the best teams defensively, so that's a good thing to see. One of the best teams power play wise and penalty kill wise, but I still feel like there's room to improve on this team and to make it better so we could have a really, really deep playoff run. So, Gaudreau, Draisaitl, of course, they are leading the team in points, so good on them. Laine, 56 points. He would be definitely leading the team in points if he was not missing a couple games. Tippett, Kirby Dach is a monster. Nuge, 38 points. Ryder Davies, he's playing really good. Jaden Pete's also playing really good, too. That's good to see from him. I think Pavel Bucnevich, wow, minus fucking 10. He is really taking a fall off this year. And I think Petrov, I feel like he's doing really good with Keenan's right now, but Percy played really good with Keenan's. That was definitely a 1-2 punch that I really liked. I think we need to get rid of Petrov and pick up someone that's going to be better for us. And Eric Davies, he's kind of fell off the face of the earth, but he's our starting goaltender for us this year, so we need to really trust him going into this year. But he still has that 9/11 save percentage. I mean, it's not the worst for the way that we have the goals scoring right now. So it's not the worst, it's not the best in the world. We could see it be better. But let's see what's out there on the market of trades. So you got Zebril out there, but nothing really from Boston. Samson, I think was no. That's another GMO that I'm doing. Dylan Dubé, Tyler Pearson, these are guys that are just depth. Nicholas Roy, third line guy, top 6 guy. So a bunch of guys are falling off. Josh Anderson, the third line guy. Neil, no one there. Riley, I think we could almost use like a powerful. Ooh, my first fucking liner though, man. It would be so nice to get Matthew Tkachuk. fucking hell, man. That would be such a huge boost to the team. I think you get fucking Kachuk and shit, man. That really just wipes the cake on your team of having a powerful guy on the team. Top fourth line guy. Okay, never mind. I don't think Minnesota would have anyone to trade. I don't even think they would even have any defensemen. Charlie Coyle, Noah Jolson, Trocheck, you got Sherbak, Michael McLeod. I mean, you got some solid players here. Nikita Sherbak is a third liner. Trocheck we could go after. I mean, you could bring back the old man at Trocheck. He's a solid player. He throws the body around a bit. He's not too terribly of a player, and Valley's not the worst in the world to go after. I mean, it's not. If we're looking for someone to trade for, he would be someone to look at. Tyler Myers has dropped off the face of the earth. Most of the guys are up. Colin White, you could also go after, who's having a ridiculous season. 60 points in 61 games. He's a really solid player, and he's a good defensive guy. I mean, that's also another guy to look at to maybe make a deal with Ottawa. Carter Vertegi, you got Jonathan Dahlin, who we could also go after. Oh, or Michael Fearline, but he's at third line depth. So, Andre Palat. I don't think there's anyone else. Oh my god, no way. 10 mil. How much? Oh, for 3 years though, man. Yeah. No, I cannot do that. That's too risky of a deal for us to go after. So it's either going to be Ottawa with Colin White, or we pick back up our boy in Vincent Trocheck, who has 3 years left, and Colin White has 5 years left on 4.6. So I guess it's Trocheck is going to be the man that we're going to pick up this year. Even though he better not fucking drop off the face of the earth. That's my problem here, is he better not drop off the face of the earth. And also, does New Jersey have any extra trading aspects that we could maybe go after, like a defenseman that we could pick up on the team? That would be nice to see, but they only have one top four defenseman, and Damien Severson. So that's the only guy that they have. Oh, my God. This is really not turning out to be the way that we wanted things to turn out, because we wanted to pick up a good defenseman, but we're not really seeing anything. You got Hannafin and Shabbat, so they're not going to really want to make any deals there. Yeah, everyone's mainly going to want to keep their... I mean, it makes sense for New Jersey wanting to trade maybe Severson away because they're a rebuilding team. It would make sense to me, in my head, to maybe go full-blown rebuild, get rid of Severson. Oh my god, what the... Why would they? Yeah. I mean, why would they even want it? How are they doing this bad, bro? Maybe their defense core is shit, though. I mean, that's the reason why they're doing so bad, is because their defense core is absolute garbage. But what we'll do is we'll pick up Vincent Trocheck, and we'll look for another team that we can make a deal with later on to pick up a defenseman. So we're going to have to trade away a pretty good amount to get this guy. So we're going to have to trade away next year's first, and we'll trade away a couple prospects in the hand of this as well. But we're going to have to give you guys Ty Ratty in return, and also some... we'll give you DuPont. So first, Ty Ratty, DuPont for Trocheck. He'll be that good second line guy to play alongside of Nuge in line A. Will this go through? No, it does not. Will it just go straight up like that? Yes, it does. Trocheck is coming to your Florida Panthers. That's a big deal for us because he is going to be a big depth piece for the team, and we can still afford him for the later on years if we really wanted to keep him. But for right now, we are going to throw him in the lineup, get him on in. Trocheck is our new buddy. So extras, I guess we're going to have to... We'll worry about lineups later. We're going to simulate a couple days, and we'll just throw in best lines, and we'll redo all the lines again, just so we can get that fresh lineup. Defensively now, we're going to have to find a defenseman to go after. And I don't want to spend too much on a guy since we just spent our first round draft pick, so we need to go after someone that's nice and cheap. Someone that could be a reliable defenseman for the team, and we already found one team that would probably be able to fit our criteria here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys. Jacob Larson. He's a solid defenseman. Not a big point producer, but definitely a guy that can throw around the... I think we almost need a guy... What type of player is Aaron Ekblad? Because we need to find a guy that will match up alongside of Aaron Ekblad. I think almost like an offensive defenseman. No, not even that. Because he's more of an offensive defenseman. I think it's just an all-around good defenseman. to play alongside of Aaron Ekblad. Because Petrov's not fitting that criteria, I guess. Who is playing alongside it? Not Jalen Pierce is playing. Yeah, Jalen Pierce is right now playing alongside of him. Petrov wasn't good enough to play alongside of him. And I think that one reason why was that giveaways. He gave away the puck too much. And I think that's what fucks things up, is that he just gave away the puck too much. I think we need to find a guy that is consistent with taking away the puck as well as giving it away. So just a consistent defenseman overall, not a shitty one, just an overall consistent defenseman that we can rely on, like Jacob Larson, who has been a consistent defender most of his career. Cam Fowler's dropped off the face of the earth, so maybe not make this deal because Cam Fowler is dropping off, so probably not the best idea there. But we are trading Petrov to them, so it almost makes sense to do that type of deal anyways in the first place. You're practically just looking for the right suit. UC Volomaki, 6'2", big defenseman, not very consistent on the takeaways and the giveaways. Oliver Clinton, yeah, he's not very consistent on that matter either. Jonas Brodin, he was a very consistent defender for us when we had him. He played really good alongside of Aaron Ekblad, but then we got rid of him. Slavin, you can pick up. 29, that's actually very consistent this year, and he's been consistent some years and some years not. So Jacob Slavin, and I mean 30 years old, 1 year left, that's actually perfect type of defender for the team. Hayden Fleury you got as well, he's not so much. And you got Falk, Pesci. I think Jacob Slavin, 1 year left, it's a perfect deal. I mean, I know we're getting a little bit older with this, but it makes the team, I think, a bit better for this year. And we're looking to make a big cup run for the team. And I think if we really want to make a big cup run, I think it's the best idea to make the team the best possible team that we could possibly make it. And we'll just do good drafting later on in the year. So I think we could just do 1 for 1. No, we cannot, huh? So Slavin does have a bit more criteria. So we'll have to pick up a 4th in the deal. That go through? Yes, it does. Jacob Slavin will be coming to your Florida Panthers for Petrov. So making a couple big deals, making a couple big dents for your Florida Panthers. But in the end of the day, Jacob Slavin will be the new line mate for Aaron Ekblad. So Jacob Slavin, and we get a little bit more experience on the team, which is what we're looking for this team, is a little bit more experience with Trocheck coming in. That experience is what we need for this cup run this year. So we got the team ready to go. So let's just keep on the simulation going. We will wait until the 2nd for Patrick Laine to do best lines. But let's see the first game in with all the new line-mates and stuff like that. Let's see how well the Florida Panthers will do. We'll get William Mandano back in the lineup for the AHL team. But how well will the Florida Panthers do in the first game of the year? And they win 3-2 and in a 4-1 victory. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And we're going to quickly take a look at all the big deals that are going around the league. See if anyone got traded or anything. Jacob Slavin, of course. Dennis Cholowski goes to Colorado. Derek Stepan goes to Vancouver. Same with Blake Coleman. So Vancouver's loading up. I think what team? Or Florida, so we don't have to worry about that. Alex Tuck going to Winnipeg. Simon Blanc going to Arizona. So Arizona and Vancouver are both loading up, as you see Victor Rass also going there as well. Pulak going to Philly. Fastgag can go to Buffalo, so they're getting deeper. CC going to Colorado. They're loading up. Same with Vancouver, man. Shaw and McCabe. They're really... Vancouver is loading up for a big cup run right now, man. Jesus Christ. They're loading up all the pieces that they possibly can to make a big cup run for themselves. So we gotta be beware of the Vancouver Canucks and a huge 7-0 win against the Montreal Canadiens. Man, we are really uniting as a good squad right now. And now we get back up Patrick Laine. Oh man, this is about to be the most lethal team you're about to see in your life. So him there, Kirby Dak not there. Nuge will play, who's better at face-offs? Trocheck, and then Bucnevich, Dak, and then Davies can go here, and then Donskoy there, Leeson there. So there's our new, powerful-looking, smoking new lines. I'm loving it, baby. Gaudreau Laine, I wanted him to play there. Tippett no there. Trocheck can go, no, Nuge can go there. Slavin and Pierce. Well, we could do Keenan's down there. Slavin and Ekblad, Percy and Keenan's. And then Trocheck and Line A. No, I want Nuge and Line A. Because Nuge is more of that playmaker. And then Draisaitl, Trocheck, Dak. Yes. And then Bucnevich. Man, that's a fucking lethal penalty kill here, man. And then Jacob Slavin. And then Ned Mackey. Yes. That's what I fucking want, man. This is the way you have a fucking lineup, man. I want Keenan's actually down in the second unit so we can have Ekblad play on the right. And then, yeah. Trocheck, Draisaitl, man, this is a lethal team coming into the end of the year, man. We are definitely looking to be a championship year coming towards your 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. And that's what we wanted to do. We want to build this team a Stanley Cup team, and we're really building towards that right now. And Patrick Laine out with a shoulder. We'll just replace player right now. He won't be that long out, so hopefully we get him right back quick. Who gives a shit about Springfield? We don't got very much prospects that'll turn out to be anything good. So hopefully Patrick Laine can stay healthy here, man. A couple injuries has been hindering him at the end of the year. I mean, we've been able to play fantastic without Laine, which has been a big thing for us. So we've been able to get consistent W's right now without him in the lineup. So that's a good thing. And Gaudreau and Draisaitl have been playing huge for the Florida Panthers right now, and overall we are looking like a very deep team. Like, we could score on every single line. I know, like, Bucnevich hasn't been proving it very much lately, but Dak and Ryder Davies can definitely step it up for us. And then you got Nuge and Trocheck and Laine. I mean, that's going to be a lethal line. And your first line of Tippett, Draisaitl, and I mean, every line is looking like its own piece of equipment that you can see and spot, like, what you have on your team. The Florida Panthers, I mean, we could definitely make a huge push for the Stanley Cup this year, right? I mean, we have all the pieces to do it. We have the players to do it. We got the veteran leadership to do it. We have everything that you need to have a Stanley Cup team. We have it here in Florida, and I really do believe that we could possibly make a huge push for that Stanley Cup this year. And maybe make it to that third round for the first time here for the Florida Panthers. So Jacob Slavin, we got to get you back in the lineup. Get you back in. Yeah, Joel Pierce. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Jalen Pierce and fucking Keenan's are two beads in a pod. I mean, once you get fucking Ekblad and Slavin going and shit, that's where shit's going to start blowing up. And I mean, we are playing good hockey coming into the end of the year. And we're definitely in a playoff spot with 46 wins for sure. And our last 10, let's take a look at our last 10. 7-3, man. Draisaitl with 84 points. We are clinched a playoff position. For the first time, I think we're going to actually clinch the first place position for the Florida Panthers. So that's also going to be ridiculous for us. A big W against Montreal and New Jersey. Can we win against Colorado? Oh my God, look at the tear. We're winning against everyone. Montreal 5-3, New Jersey, Toronto, and Washington. Oh my God. Draisaitl with 88 points. What a fucking year, man. We came in to the playoffs with a 4-game winning streak, and it looks like we're going to be facing the Buffalo Sabres in the first round. That is going to be exciting. A new opponent that we haven't faced yet, so that should be fun. And honestly, we are a deadly team. 106 points from what we had last year, like where we were struggling last year, to one of the best teams in the NHL this year. And that's just to show you what you can do in a year. I mean, look at the goals for per game, man. 3.35. We were a goal-scoring monster. Not just that, we were able to keep the puck out of the net and just score on the power play, which is lethal as well, and defend on the PK. I mean, we built an all-around monster of a team, which is what you want, and we are third best. I mean, Vancouver and Dallas, of course. I mean, Vancouver's built to be a monster. We should actually take a look at those teams quickly as well. But let's take a look at the overall team. Draisaitl, Gaudreau, and Tippett, they make for the best line in the NHL. Right now, I think this is the best line in the NHL, without a doubt. Gaudreau, Draisaitl, and Tippett, they all fucking combined together great. Laine, Nuge, Trocheck, you have Dak there as well. Davies, Pete was awesome depth-wise. Same with Leeson. Donskoy, Bucnevich struggled this year with only 20 points, which I think is his career low since like 2016. 2017, that's his career low right there. So he had a down year, but hopefully he could come back in the playoffs and perform. Jalen Pierce with 52 points, he really performed. I know Ekblad and Slavin didn't play that great, but I'm hoping they could really step it up in the playoffs and become huge contributors for us. And then Eric Davies, a 9-12, But yet you had this huge of a backup at Cale Peterson who really did step in and get us some solid wins. So we're definitely might look to him in the playoffs if we need to. He's shown it in the AHL. Maybe he could show it in the NHL too if Eric Davies does falter in his first playoff appearance. We'll really have to see on that fact. And I mean, oh my God, Colton Point, what the fuck, a backup, a 923. My God. You have two devastating goaltenders in the West for sure, but we got Eric Davies, who was definitely up there at 9-12. He really was a solid goaltender for us this year, and that's good to see. Rookie skaters, Stanley Lieb, oh my Lord, 91 points. He led all rookies, better than, where's our boy? Ryder Davies, who only had 32 points, and same with our other rookie, Jane and Pete. Nate McKinnon with 106. 106 for William Nylander. Marquardt, 104. So our guys were way out of there. But, man, it was a goal-scoring year for Nate McKinnon. 106 points this year. That is just amazing to see. But, man, what a year for the Florida Panthers. We really came back. And let's take a look. We were going to take a look at the Vancouver Canucks and the Dallas Stars. What do they have that makes them so devastating? So you have Sagan, Jason Dickinson, Goranov, Nikushkin, Schwartz, Ben, Jenner, Krebs, Lowry, Hintz. I mean, they're not the best forward-wise, and I mean, they're not doing too bad. I mean, Tyler Seguin really just carries their team for sure, but everyone else, I mean, they're meh. Defensively, Klingberg, Haskinen, I mean, oh my God, they got a lot of points from these guys, 33, 40, 61, 69. They're point-producing defensemen, and then Colton Point, he really carried his team this year. Vancouver, I know they're all around just a perfect team. Thatcher Demko, Michael DiPietro, Quinn Hughes, Priestap, oh my God. Oli Olivi, Jet Wu, I'm so glad I'm not in the West. Hopefully we just don't face them if we make it to the Stanley Cup Final. Oh my God. Oh my God. Pedersen, Betzer, and oh, shit, man. Horvat, Evander Kane, Peltier, Mammon, Shaw, Lynn, holy fucking shit, this team is deep. You have fucking Anthony Siu and Dirk Stefan, like, scratched. Oh my God, Vancouver is loaded to the brim, man. But, who I'm going to be sorry for? Winnipeg, I'm so sorry to be you guys. But anyways, in the next video, guys, we're going to be facing away the Buffalo Sabres in the first round. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.